Okay, I just want to give you a brief example of a standard library module called random, which is something that is very useful, and you will come across this in your Python journey. Um, so this comes with Python. You don't need to download it from the internet or anything like that, and you just import it as random. And what it does is it's a random number generator. And in computer program, it's actually quite tricky to do that. So the algorithms behind them are very interesting, and I encourage you to look into this if you're sort of interested in the maths behind this. But um, as you know, with objects, this is all hidden under the hood. You don't have to worry about it if you want to use it. But there's some standard functions that you can use. You import random, and then, for example, here what we want to do is we want to scramble a list. So we want to get a new order in that list that is random. So we want to mess up these list entries here. So if you run this, you will see that this has been changed. The parameter here means that the resulting list will be again, 5 entries. So we are making a new variable, next generation, and here we use random choices. So this is the random module that we import, and from this random object we use the method choices here, and then we provide choices with our list population and tell it we want 5 new entries, and then it will give us a scrambled list. So we don't have to understand the basics of generating randomness in the computer. We just use it and it works beautifully. And this is this is the basic principle of objects. We can also import individual function from random. So here we are just importing the choice function from the random module, and what this does is it basically just selects a single entry from the list. And here we use this to generate a random mutator. So there's 4 different possibilities of mutation. And in our case, we don't actually get a mutation here. When I run this again, now we have a T2C mutation. So in this way, you could sort of generate some data that you can then statistically analyze, for example. So this is the core principle of the core idea of the random function. There are a lot of really cool functionality that comes with it. So you can explore that in the Python standard library. There's a good explanation of all the different possibilities you have with random. I've made a notebook with some other packages as well. So some examples of random sampling for statistics. Then there is the built-in statistics library, the datetime library, pathlib library, CSV. So these are, don't worry, this is just giving you an idea of different built-in modules that you can use in Python. You don't have to learn this by heart. We won't query this in exams. It's just a way of simplifying more complicated things. So if you have a more complicated task to do in your coding program, always the first thing is, has this been solved in the standard library? And things like pathlib and random you will use quite often in your coding work.